Hi there, welcome back to Three Sisters Workshop. I'm Jen.
I'm Aofie.
And we're here to tell you a little bit more about some of the things we do and to introduce you to some of our processes. But first, let me say, if this is your first time here, we're so glad that you're joining us today. And if you like what you see, feel free to hit that, I'm not real sure because it's YouTube and I'm not good at this, but I'm pretty sure there's,
subscribe.
Sure, that. Like and subscribe button. There's something about a bell. Ring the bell. Ring my bell. Okay, I'm done. You're welcome. Anyway, she's never been with me when I did a video, and this is her first shot. Anyhow, so we're really glad that you're with us. If this is your second, third, fifth time, whatever, if you've seen us before, we really appreciate you tuning back in. And we just want to let you know how much we, the business owners and our families, appreciate your support.
First, what we're going to do today is we're going to do resin for some dice for our new line that is coming out for our D&D collection.
That's right. Up in here, we're geeks and nerds.
Live long and prosper. Anyway.
Scooby-Doo said that.
Totally. These are the molds for the resin that I'm going to be making for the dice that's going to go on top of the soap. Here is some of the ones that I've already made. It was my first shot, so be gentle in the comments.
I want to hold up. This is a standard die. So even if you don't know what D&D dice are, you'll know a six-sided die. And they roll pretty well.
That one doesn't like you. They rolled a 2.
That's really nothing new. Just how I
So-
roll.
So first we're going to start with the epoxy resin. We're using the crystal clear. So first when you pour in, you're going to pour in the epoxy resin. Now I have inside my cup, I don't know if y'all can see that, I have my lines. The first line is obviously where you're going to put the A for the epoxy resin, and then the second one is the B. That's the hardener. So this is the resin. This is what makes up the actual dice. And what makes it hard is going to be the hardener, obviously, to make our dice. Today we are using a chameleon powder of Living Earth. It is a very pretty blue and green chameleon color.
Now I will say this. We've learned the hard way, at least
Always the
once,
hard way.
that if you don't mix the two parts correctly, you end up with a really slimy, sticky, gross mess.
It really is.
So if you're looking at getting into resin, make sure you read the directions and follow.
Follow them very closely. And when you think you have stirred it enough, you haven't. So let's pour. Now wipe this off mainly because I don't want this
To harden.
onto
Or worse, be sticky.
be sticky on the cap, and then you can't get the cap off, and it's a whole thing. So next up, we're going to pour in our hardener to my second mark.
The ratio here is 1 to 1,
One.
meaning if you use a cup of A, you have to use a cup of B.
Now what I do is I will actually go just a scotch and that's a technical term, scotch past the mark on my hardener, just so I can make sure that the dice are nice and hard and solidified for when you're playing with them. Because you will be able to play with these when and if you get the soap from the D&D line of soaps. And then we're going to mix. We mix, and we mix a lot.
So the soaps are going to be all different, what do you call it, classes?
Mm-hmm.
Classes from the D&D world. And so we're kind of starting with some of our favorites. But with each soap you will get, did we decide how many dice are going on top?
1 dice on top.
1 die on top.
And you get 1 dice on top. Now, I will also say when you're mixing your resin, if you're looking at getting into resin, they will come in and they will be poured clear. When you go to mix them, and you, like I said, you got to mix a lot. They will kind of get a little cloudy. It'll get a little bit cloudy on the inside. Now it's still clear, but it's got a cloudiness to it that it didn't have when you first poured. As you saw, it was coming out extremely clear. This is what you want. You want that cloudiness, because if you don't have that cloudiness, you're not mixing enough. Make sure you scrape all on the sides like it's a batter.
The bottom of the cup too.
No, that would be part of one of the sides, the bottom side.
I suppose that's true, but I think of sides as the sides, not the bottom.
Semantics.
Yeah, you're full of them.
Now with the colorant, you don't have to use as much colorant in your resin as you would anything else, because the colorant will go very, very far in your resin. So believe it or not, I'm only using obviously a very, very small amount.
It's the cutest scoop ever made.
Right? All right, just go a little bit more, like a half a scoop more.
Mostly because it's stuck in the scoop, so I'll
Yeah.
clean that while you stir. Because I'm good like that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And again, scraping all sides and bottom.
She's teachable. That's all that means. Little known fact, I don't like sparkles of glitter.
Yes.
And then I clean the glitter sparkle. Do you need me to stir for a moment?
I got it.
Excellent.
You know what? Make yourself useful. Make sure those are apart.
If you'll excuse me a second.
So to pour this, I have to be very careful because these are very, very, very small little holes, and some of these are very, very tiny. The holes are extremely tiny, as you can see from, even my pinky. It's very, very tiny. So you have to be very, very careful when you pour. I will also over pour a little bit on these, as you'll see, to make sure that they get completely filled and we don't have any holes. Excuse my...
Just for the record, if you didn't believe that we were a home-based business, I bet you do now.
I way overfilled that one. Oops, I can fix that. As my other sisters want to say, I can fix that.
She'll be so proud that you've adopted that.
Now because I'm talking about her, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing.
If that doesn't tell you about our life, nothing ever will.
Right? But I'll fix it. It's actually kind of good that it does this, because like I said, you want to kind of overfill them so you can get all the crevices inside. Ah, I did it again. But like I said, that's okay.
You can't take her anywhere.
And this is why I always have extra napkins at the ready And now we're going to take this and we're going to drop it down a few times because we want to get all the air bubbles out. You don't want air bubbles because air bubbles will make little holes in your resin.
They don't roll as well that way, y'all.
No, they don't. They get unbalanced and...
Suddenly you have gambling charges for cheating.
It's a whole thing.
So, there are dice here somewhere, I know there are. You can't see them, but they look solid. They are gorgeous. But they're lightweight. They're easy to roll, and they make a great little tink sound when they land. What'd it roll? A 10. Let me see the die. I can't reach it. Hey! It's a 12-sided die, so 10's not bad compared to the 2 I was rolling before.
Now, obviously, as you see, I'm doing this a lot because this is a very, very thick liquid. It's very viscous. And it takes a minute for the bubbles to come out.
She loses her train of thought.
Very easily.
Gee, Tom, did you want to be on camera today? Come here, make your debut. Come here, buddy. This is Tom, and he is super cool. Aren't you?
My kitty.
Dude, you are not getting in there.
You cannot play in the resin yet.
You're too little to do resin. You're a baby.
All right.
He's just
now
a
with this
baby.
mold right here, it actually has a line here and a line here to line it up so that the numbers, I don't know if you can see these, the numbers on this part of the mold will match up with the numbers that are on the dice inside the main part of the mold. So we're going to put this down. Make sure all my little holes match. Give it a good tap.
Tippy tap, tippy tap.
And that is ready to sit and harden. Now I've got about
3 more.
3 more of these to do, so I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, then we're on our last one, and I'm tapping to get a lot of my bigger bubbles out. And then my lovely sister will take the torch. Fire! Fire, fire! And you're going to flame it, and this will help get a lot of your smaller bubbles out and warm it up and give it a little more of a liquid viscosity, so then you can go back and tap out any of your major bubbles that you might have in here, which doesn't look like I have any.
We'll do it one more time just to be sure. Really, all the heat does is heat up your resin enough that the bubbles come out easier. And just so happens that this is a fun way to do it. I have a heat gun that I use when I do this.
Flame me.
Super something.
And while she's flaming this and we're tapping it, I'll also let you know that when I'm doing molds like this, in between, and you're stopping in between, do make sure that you continually stir your resin to make sure it doesn't get glops of
It doesn't harden in the cup, like crystallized. Oh, clumps of color.
clumps of color. There's words.
Words are hard.
Words are very hard. When you're doing this process, just make sure that you've got still enough in there after you've popped some of your bubbles, which we do, so we're good. And again, we're going to line up our top so we get the right numbers on the right dice. And then, like I said, I over pour a good bit, so here is where it's going to kind of squirt out a little bit off the sides. Just clean it up as best you can. It will come apart when it hardens, and then it'll just all peel off. So it's nothing you really have to worry about as far as your final product. And these will probably take a day or 2 to harden. And we'll be back to take these out the mold in a couple of days.